Hi everybody, thank you for joining me here on Messy Girl Crafts. My name is Ashley, and if you're new here, welcome in. If you're a returning subscriber, welcome home. Today we are going to be whip and chatting on Flower Crazy by Sandra Winther from Diamond Art Club. If you don't know what this one looks like, here she is in all of her glory. Oh, hold on, let me try to get you a good shot of her. There she is. So gorgeous. I started this on February 7th, so I am definitely hoping to work on this one a lot more in the next couple weeks and maybe finish her up. We'll see. I'm trying not to be over ambitious here, but it is what it is. It's who I am. What can I say? So we're working on this today. I have pretty much done almost all of this left section right next to her face in her hair, and there's like a couple flowers here. I was trying to work through that pretty quickly because I wanted to get to her face. So today during the whip and chat, we're going to talk about all the normal things, talk about my week, work, all the fun stuff, diamond painting, but then I am going to actually do the enhancements today of her glasses and her lips. So once we get to that point, I'm actually going to change the camera angle so you guys can actually see that enhancement process up close. You can see I have some options here for the lips and for the glasses. I have everything kind of laid out. So for the first part of this video, we're just going to be like chatting like normal, but then probably closer to the end of the video, we will punch in to do these enhancements together and make some decisions. I think I've made a few decisions, but I am still very unsure. Like I could totally see myself switching some things up based on how it looks on the canvas, but I digress. We will approach the issues as they arise. But for now, I'm going to finish up a couple things in the hair here. I only have like a couple more areas. I've already placed all of the, what color is this? 3371, which is this color. It's like that brown color that has been used for all of the outlining. I love to do the outlining first because then when I go back to just fill it in, it's like a coloring book. It's so fun. Like all of these little dark brown lines, it just makes it so fun to do after the fact. But anyway, let me grab my first color. I'm just using my Jim's Handmade Pen Shop pen. It's this really pretty like swirly blue wood grain hybrid pen. I have a Diamond Art Club 8-placer on this side with Tracy's DP World Putty in it, and then I have my single placer with glue dots. Probably need to change both ends to be honest, but I'm just gonna kind of grit it out because I don't feel like changing it right now. And I'm really excited to get to these enhancements. So we're just gonna roll with it. We're just gonna keep rolling. But I just know that if I'm struggling, it's not the product, it's me because I refuse to change it out right now. Okay, so ironically, I'm working on this like flower over here. I need to use 7 and P, both of which are also colors in the lip. So let me just start there. So I have them here with the numbers. I'm using the serial number system with this particular kit up. So as you can see, like this is number 36. Number 36 is actually P. So I'm going to use this one first. We'll just dump that into the tray. I am using one of my favorite Bijou Bliss trays. It is the one with the cute little bow on the front, and I got to pick the colors, which was really fun. And then I think those are all of my tools. I think. I'll let you know if something else exciting happens. Oh, and then my cute cover minder is my Among Us rainbow character with a flower crown. Okay, that is truly, I think, all of my stuff. Okay. So how are you doing? How are you doing on this Easter weekend? Well, for you it's Wednesday. Today is Easter for me. Today it is 2:36 p.m. on Easter Sunday. So this morning I had a really good time. I went over to my friend's house and we had breakfast. Okay, this is P, right? Yes, it's P. Okay. I went over to my friend's house this morning and Tyler made breakfast. He's the dad of the twins. He made breakfast. It was really good. I was kind of nervous because I was at their house last night because we were hanging out and playing D&D and stuff, and I was like, oh, like I hope we're not planning to go out for breakfast on Easter morning because we are going to have such a struggle to like get sat anywhere because once all the churches like let out, it's going to be like utter sheer chaos. Funnily enough, growing up, I think I might have mentioned this before, but I pretty much my whole life was in some sort of religious school. So in elementary school, I went to a school that was Lutheran, and I went there till I was in like the 4th grade. And then from 5th grade to like when I graduated high school, I was in a Southern Baptist Christian school. So I've been in religious schools my whole life. And let me tell you what, we had a Cracker Barrel that was like down the street from the school. And because it was a religious school, there's a church on the school property that like everybody went to. So anytime it was like a Sunday or we had a church thing or a performance or Easter, like if we went that day, everybody would just like to the Cracker Barrel. That Cracker Barrel was probably like one of the richest, most well-performing Cracker Barrels, or in general, like if you are trying to franchise a Cracker Barrel, go to where the churches are. You are going to make so much money from the churchgoers on Sunday when they want lunch when they get out of church. It was hilarious. But anyways, deviation. So I went to my friend's house. I was like, oh, I'm so glad you like actually bought stuff at the grocery store yesterday to make breakfast at the house, because leaving the house today would have been a nightmare, because like everybody would have been getting out of church, you know, at random times and like filling up all the breakfast spots and whatever. So we had breakfast. I had biscuits and gravy, which was absolutely delicious. Also like some bacon and some eggs and some sausage patties and whatever. So he made all that. And we just kind of hung out and chilled this morning. Nothing crazy. Cynthia had bought the kids Easter baskets, so they opened up their little Easter baskets and they were playing with their stuff. And then we just kind of like vegged this morning and like watched TV. Nothing crazy. We were at their house last night and we could have just stayed, but I'm like, I don't know, maybe it's because I'm over 30 years old now and I'm just like not built like I used to be. If I can choose to not sleep on a couch or a air mattress or a floor, I'm going to choose not to. And my best friends live like 5 minutes away from my house. So like, even if it's like 1-2 o'clock in the morning and I'm dead tired, I will still find the will to get in my car and drive home to be in my own bed. And then I'll come back the next day. And that's literally what we did. Last night we were there until like a little after 1 o'clock in the morning, just chilling out, hanging out. And 2 of our friends did sleep there. But Eric and I were like, deuces, we'll see you in the morning. So we left last night and came home, went to bed, woke up, I took a shower. That's another thing, is like when you just crash at a friend's house, like you don't have any of your stuff with you. You didn't necessarily plan for it, so you didn't bring a change of clothes. You don't have your toothbrush, you don't have your hairbrush, you don't have new clothes, you're showering, whatever. So like, I don't know. Like, I'm not super prissy. Like, I'm down to sleep at a friend's house, but like I literally live like 5-10 minutes away. So I'm like, I don't need that. Plus, you get to go upstairs and go into your own bed. Meanwhile, I'm like bumming on your couch. I'm like, I'm good. I will go to my house and come back in the morning. I promise you will not miss me while you slumber. So that's what we did. And then when we were on our way to their house this morning, we picked up Starbucks. Well, we actually went to their house, picked up some of our friends to help us with a Starbucks run, which I don't know why I thought Starbucks wouldn't be open today. I don't know. I don't know why my brain was like, oh, Starbucks probably won't be open. Nope, it was totally open and there was no lines, because we got to our friend's house at like 9 a.m. No, I'm such a liar. 10 a.m. And so that's like usually when the church sessions are like in the swing of it, like they're happening. So outside was pretty quiet when we were like on our way over there this morning. And honestly, I think church must have let out before we had come home, because I knew I had to film this video. So did breakfast this morning with my friends. Then we hung out until about like 1-2, like closer to 1:30. And then I was like, oh guys, I have to get home because I have to film a video. I'm like, meanwhile, I'm like, I'm just hanging out with you guys and diamond painting. But I was like, I gotta get home. And then my parents are coming over at 4:30. So my mom and my stepdad will be here around 4:30. So that's like in an hour and a half. So this one might not be the longest video ever, but we'll see. They're usually not on time. So if I don't hear the door, I'll just keep going. But I'm hoping we're going to be able to get through everything before my parents come over. They're coming over, like I said, around 4:30 today, and we're going to be doing Easter dinner together. I'm so excited. Eric bought lamb chops to make. So we discovered these lamb chops a couple of years ago. Probably when we moved here and we got our Costco membership. When we got our Costco membership, we went like buck wild, as most people do when they have a Costco membership, and we bought like $400 worth of like crap. But one of the things we did buy in the meat section was lamb chops, because they were a decent price per pound. And Eric grills them, and they are They're so good. They're so flavorful, and he like seasons them. Eric is such a good cook, but I've told you guys that before. So he's gonna make lamb chops on the grill, and then he's also making a corn souffle, which is basically like a corn casserole, which is also so good. Usually he only makes that like during Thanksgiving. So he's gonna do that. And what else are we having? We're having mashed potatoes, oven roasted broccoli, which is another favorite of mine. And then I think that's it for the food. Oh, and like mashed potatoes, if I didn't already say that. And then my mom is bringing over nothing but cakes because we've lost our mind. I swear, ever since my birthday, we can't stop eating these dang bundt cakes. Like, we all became addicted to them. So, because my mom was saying like, oh, well, since Eric is making dinner, you know, what do you want? We'll deal with dessert. Like, what do you want us to bring? And I was like, I don't know, whatever. And I was like, you know, nothing but cakes makes a really good carrot cake, and that would be cute because it's Easter and carrots and bunnies and what. She was like, say less. So she ordered a bundt cake, and it's gonna be a carrot cake. I'm so excited. I don't know if I'm gonna take any video tonight, but if I do take any video of like Easter activities, I will definitely show you the carrot cake. Oh, now I feel like I have to because I can't just leave you hanging like that. I will take video, and at the end of this video, you'll see any like random little footage that I can pop in about Easter. But man, I am so excited to destroy this bundt cake. I am going to have so much fun just like chewing on that all night long. I doubt we'll have leftovers, but I really hope we do because carrot cake is one of those cakes where it's like, it's sweet, but it's not too sweet. So like it also would taste delicious in the morning with a cup of coffee. I hope there's leftovers. I don't know. I don't know what size of a cake she got. She might have gotten a smaller one because it's just the four of us, but we'll see. So yeah, those are my Easter plans. Just, you know, hanging out with some folks and enjoying our time. Yes, I am 33 years old. But I still 100% get an Easter basket. I'm an only child. I'm a spoiled brat, and I totally recognize that. But I definitely, so does Eric. Don't let him fool you. He's also a big spoiled brat. He also gets an Easter basket from my mom every year. And, yeah, my mom definitely hides Easter eggs in my house. They're usually empty, but it's just for the fun of it. And sometimes there's money in there, like $1 or something, which I love because we never have cash. Anyway, maybe you'll see that in the clips at the end. But yeah, so she's going to come over around 4:30 with Dave. We're going to eat everything. I don't know what we're going to like watch. I've been so addicted to like watching different things on YouTube lately. I have not gotten into like a show in a really long time. And there's a lot of really good shows out. I have some shows that like I will go back to, like when Bridgerton comes back, I'm on it. When certain shows come back, I'm like, yes, I will tune in, like House of Dragons or, you know, things like that. Like if it's a show that I'm obsessed with and I'm just waiting for them to like film the new season, or like Stranger Things, all of these shows, like, you know when they're coming back. And so usually because I have like the attention span of a gnat, I have to rewatch the entire show before I watch the new season to remember what was happening because it's been so long. So like that's really when I get into like TV. But like, which is so funny because growing up, we were like a TV family. Like, which is interesting because I like watching things, but I'm definitely not an iPad kid. Like I've never owned an iPad in my entire life, actually. I have a work iPad, like for recruitment and stuff that I use for like, people can like sign in on it and like look stuff up on it. I don't even use that. Like I'm the worst. I kind of want one. I've been thinking about getting an iPad, not for like shows and stuff, but I thought it could be fun for like editing on the go or like using it for like, I don't know. I haven't decided yet, but I've been like low-key thinking about an iPad. Also, I love the idea of having the Procreate app, but I'm also stressed about it because like it can do so many things that I might get overwhelmed by all my options and then I might not never use it. I'm very torn. I'm very, very torn. But anyway, where was I? I know I'm bouncing all over the place because I'm excited. I think I was talking about Easter. And yeah, so to be fair, I got my parents, I made Easter baskets for them too. So that is my redeeming quality, is that even though I'm a 33-year-old that still receives an Easter basket and does Easter egg hunts with her mommy, I make my mom an Easter basket and it's good. It's not like stupid stuff like that you like the little crap you get from Walmart for kids. I mean, there might be a little bit of that in there, but there's also like, I get her the good chocolate, I get her the cute whatever it is, t-shirt, whatever. I go the extra mile, okay? It's an upgraded Easter basket, age appropriate, if you will. So yeah, that's gonna be really fun, and I'm excited for them to come over and to eat and have a good time. What else? Oh, actually, that reminds me, part of their Easter basket is some of the stuff that I got while I was in Seattle. So I have to remember to go into we packed a duffel bag in our suitcase to take with us to bring souvenirs back. So we didn't have a carry-on going there, but we had a duffel bag carry-on coming back because Southwest lets you have a free carry-on as of today. So I have to go into that carry-on and open it and take out their gifts and arrange their little Easter basket, but that will be fun. So that'll happen. Can't really think of anything else I was going to mention specifically about Easter. Let me know in the comments, what are you guys usually, do you celebrate Easter? I know not everybody celebrates. Do you like my shirt, by the way? I wear this shirt every year on Easter. I think it's so hilarious. Again, like, I grew up in a religious school, so I was like, I participated in Easter things and like all of the things surrounding the religious holidays for that my whole life. So it's just like, I always love it, like just to enjoy it and whatever. But obviously, like, not everybody celebrates Easter, but if you do celebrate Easter, did you go to church this morning? Do you tend to go to like an early service or a later service? Like, I know sometimes churches will do multiple services. Some people even do virtual services, which, hey, I think that that's a great way to get people into church that don't like to go outside. Just watch it, like watch it on a virtual live stream or something. So let me know what y'all did, or if you didn't do anything. Today is like, it's like literally 97 degrees outside, I swear. Like, there is no such thing as spring anymore. It's gone. It was here for a second and then it left us rapidly. And literally, I think everyone is spending Easter at the pool today, because when we were driving home from our friend's house, everybody was at the pool. So, yeah, that's pretty much it. Let me know what you're doing today, if anything fun, or what you did, because again, you're watching this on Wednesday, but it's Sunday for me. So let me know. What else was I going to share? Oh, work updates. Oh my gosh. Okay. So much has happened, y'all. This is what happens when I leave. When I go away, like when I travel for work, or if I go on a vacation, if I'm off for like a week, I always come back to like things and stuff. And that happened. It was like bittersweet things. Like, some of the things were really happy. Some of the things were sad. Some of the things were in the middle. Basically, it all happened within like a couple days of each other that I found out about all these things. So I went to Seattle 2 weeks ago. Last week was my first week back from that trip. And the first piece of news that I found out, like on like the Monday, okay, so like I came back to work, and then on Monday I was in this leadership meeting, and not my boss, but my boss's boss, who's like the director of the entire department that I'm under, who I've literally been working with for like 9 years, she's retiring. It's one of those things where it's like, I knew it was coming, but I just didn't expect it to be now. And when she was telling it to us, like, everything she was saying made complete sense. She was like, when you retire, like, you want to leave on a high, like, you don't want to retire when things aren't going well. You want to retire when everyone's doing really good and the team is amazing and like you're hitting your goals. And I'm like, yeah, but like, I will self-sabotage to make you stay. I'm just kidding. But I was just so sad. Like, I was like literally like, I wasn't boo-hoo crying, but like, I was like, of course. And also, I'm normally always on campus on Mondays and Tuesdays. Those are my days on campus. But this particular Monday, I wasn't on campus because I had to come on campus last Friday because I had my new person starting, which I'll talk about in a minute. But the one time I'm not on campus, I'm on like a Teams meeting with the whole team there. So me and like 2 other people are on Teams, and everybody else is in the room with this person. And I'm just like straight up, tears are like streaming down my face, but I'm trying to be professional and hold it together. And she's looking at the camera. But like when someone's looking at a camera, but like you're looking at me. You're making eye contact with me through the camera. And I said there, I was like, stop looking at me. And I just couldn't hold it back anymore. And I was crying, and I was like, thank you so much for all you've done. And like she said, she was like, I'm not going to leave. It's not like a 2 weeks situation. She's like, I'm going to stay on in my role until August 1st. And then hopefully we'll have a new person hired in my position by then. So she plans to be kind of part of that transition, which I'm so thankful for, because I'm so sick and tired of this like new way of people leaving their jobs where it's like they put in a 2 weeks and then they just disappear. I get that that's like the norm, but me personally, I hate that. I'm like, we have to hire a new person. You're gone, so you can't really train them or teach them the ropes. I got so lucky when I got the original job that I got at the college I'm at, because the person that left that position changed roles and stayed at the college. So they were like basically went from admissions to academic advising. So they were there to teach me, even though their role had changed. And so they were able to help me, and I was able to ask questions. And again, I know that's not the norm, and I'm not saying that that should be the expectation for every single position. But in those really high-level positions, it's so critical to have that mentorship, because, like, yes, you might have done a similar job in a previous location, but you have to learn the institution, and you have to learn the team, and, like, everything going on, and the personalities, and who are the players, who are the stakeholders, and it was just so refreshing to hear that she wasn't like, yeah, I'm leaving at the end of the semester, like, peace out, whatever. She was like, no, I'm going to stay until the beginning of August, and then that new person will kick off the fall semester by themselves. And then she's also, because she's retiring, she's not like quitting, you know what I mean? So she said that she's going to stay on as a faculty member for a little bit and still work with like our study abroad program. And so she'll be like around, but she's not going to be like our boss or doing anything with us related to student success and all that. So yeah, that was a big bummer, and I was just super sad about it. I was super in my feelings, because I was like, man, like, she's somebody who's literally, like, she's been a mentor to me in my role and in my professional career, and just has really taught me so much. And so it was definitely a bittersweet way to end my Monday. But like I said, I knew it was coming. Like, when we celebrated her 60th birthday a couple years back in the office, we were like, oh, does this mean the clock is starting? And she was like, heck yeah, da-da-da. And we were like, no. Everyone always jokes about, like, it, you're not allowed to leave. But, like, the reality of it is like, you want people to feel like they can leave and move on and enjoy the rest of their life, reaping the benefits of everything. I mean, trust me, please, I'm ready to retire like tomorrow, so don't get me started. Like, I'm already tired. But she definitely earned it. She was one of those people who wore like 57 hats. Like, anytime something got out of control, they just decided to make her in charge of it so she could like rein it back in. And then something else would explode at the college, and then they would move her to that department. She would rein it in, and then something else would explode. They'd change her role again. So, like, she's had so many different job titles, not because they're moving her around because she wasn't, like, good at what she was doing. It's because, like, a new fire would happen, as it does in any job. Things happen, people leave, people, like, need to wrangle the chaos. She was a great chaos wrangler. And she, I think, really straddled the line well between, like, faculty affairs and student affairs, and like staff versus faculty. Like, our college has a really strong, like, there's a lot of respect between faculty and staff. Like, I don't feel like as a staff member the faculty look down to me at all, but I think that sometimes staff and faculty have different priorities, and she was really good about meeting us all in the middle. Like, yes, I understand that the staff want XYZ, but the faculty want this, and this, and like, these are ways that we can like bring that together. So I am going to miss her ability to kind of bring us to the same page and just calm everybody down and just whatever. But we'll see. I don't necessarily think that it's going to impact me directly right away. Since I have my own team. I'm under student affairs, but I have my own admissions team within that. And so our roles are going to continue to work the way they always have. However, who knows? A position is going to open. So if somebody, the position will be posted internally and externally, but if somebody within our team chooses, not like my team, but like, I don't know, if someone within the college chooses to apply for that role, that could change things. Also, like, a new person could have a completely different vision for the office or the team dynamics, or, you know, so I don't know that it's going to have any like short-term impact, but long-term, I mean, obviously having a new leader of the department could potentially affect how our department is run. Also, I think that they put her in that role because she was so good she was her, right? Like, she was so good, so they put her in that role. But I don't really think that a faculty member is the best design for that role, because it's like their commitments are split, right? Like, if you're in an admin position and you're over student success, if you're also teaching and having to do everything related to like being a faculty member on top of all the admin work that's required of like someone in charge of an entire department like that, with like probably the biggest department at the college, it just feels like she was pulled very thin. And my boss, who was directly under her, helped, like, he's been here for like 2 years, and he's really helped manage more of like that admin, student success, like career fairs, and helping like organize sessions and things for students, and like events and advising and admissions, and making sure we're all on the same page. He was kind of like that stopgap, and then she was like that mouthpiece to the executive team, and like was like, okay guys, like this is what executive team says, and then we would all execute that. But like, I don't know that if my boss takes her job, like if he chooses to apply for her job, I don't think that his job is required or relevant anymore, because I feel like he was brought in to supplement her because she had so many divided pieces of attention that needed her, or like divided things that needed her attention. If he gets that job, I bet you that things will happen. It's definitely my dream to be a director of admissions. If it never happens, I'm perfectly happy with what I'm doing right now. But I think like that would be a really cool thing to be able to have like that title. I only think that could happen though if my boss moved up before me. I don't want that job though. I don't want the job that my mentor is vacating. That is like too much. That's not, to me personally, the stress would not be worth the money. I would definitely not be able to do YouTube anymore. I would probably be working way more hours than I am now. And again, everyone is supposed to only be working their 40 hours a week, but let's face it, like more money, more problems is totally a real thing. And if you are in any sort of executive position anywhere, not just in education or in the like whatever, if you have an executive position, you're just expected to do more and be more available and to handle more problems and to just be the one that makes decisions and like executes decisions and runs, and if you're doing it well. Do you know what I'm saying? So I just am like, yeah, I definitely have no intentions of applying for that position, but if my boss applies for it and gets it, maybe I'll be able to have like a little moment if he chooses not to fill his old position, which I really don't think he will, because I think even he understands his role was created to support her, and if she leaves and they hire a person in that role that is not a faculty member, I could totally see him being like, okay, I want, you know, a director of admissions, a director of advising, and then call it, and then they have their own teams, and then I am over everybody, which I would love that. So however you do it, put out, pray for me, cross your fingers, put out the good vibes, you know. Now that I'm fully staffed again, I'm feeling more confident in being able to kind of show everybody what I can do again. We've been in this like state of unrest for like, it feels like pretty much a year at this point, because we've been down a team member, and I am so happy with this new person we just hired. Let me tell you, I was scared, because if you guys have been following me for a minute, you know that we hired somebody in December of last year, and they literally didn't make it 3 weeks. They made it like for 2 weeks in December. We went on winter break, we came back, and then the first Friday, like the first week we got back, that Friday they put in their 2 weeks notice, because it just wasn't a good fit, it didn't work out, whatever. Which is fine, like I'd rather not be miserable on either side. Like I'd rather them not be miserable, us not be miserable. Like, it was a good thing that it happened, but it made me very like gun shy to like, I was like, oh, like am I am I doing something wrong? Am I attracting the wrong type of person? Like, am I not good enough to, like, whatever, which is silly. Like, I have an amazing team. And so, and I was able to build that team. So I was like, I just need to like refocus myself. So when we went through the second round of like interviewing and like checking on people and like looking at resumes and stuff, we were just a lot more cognizant of what we wanted. And we wanted to make sure that like the position and the requirements and the expectations were extremely, extremely clear up front. That way there was like no question what they were going to get when they got here. And I think it ended us up with like an incredible human being. Like, she is so like she's just happy. Do you know like when someone just is like happy and like excited to be there and ready to work and ready to engage and be a part of a team? That was something that I got kind of freaked out about by the last person. It really just felt like they had no desire to be part of a team. And my team is so close knit that type of energy entering our space kind of was scary, because I was like, oh my gosh, like I don't want our amazing team dynamic to fall apart, because that's gonna totally just tank productivity and make everything more frustrating, and communication is gonna suffer and whatever. This person, literally, it has been one day and I'm already like, I see you, I get you, I understand. Like, every time like she had a question, it was like, well, whatever's best for the team, or however I can support the team, or like I don't want to do this if it's not going to be good for the team. And of course, like I'm reassuring her, like, don't worry about it, like we're here to support you too. Because again, my whole thing is like, I want that person to feel like we know that you're new to this job, and like yes, it's your responsibility to come to work every day prepared to learn and open to new experiences, but it's our job to support you and make you feel like you can ask questions. There's like, you can take a longer time to figure something out. That, you know, like I just want to make sure that the person feels like, again, you're not stupid if you don't get it on your first day. Do you know what I mean? Because I think that a lot of people judge themselves when they're not picking something up like super fast, or like they have to ask a question and they don't want to feel like a burden. I tried to shut all of that down on day one. I was like, we're so excited to have you, you know, we're like, everything is great, like we're gonna train you, and if you have questions, like you can ask them, don't hesitate. And everybody on the team, again, I love my team, they're great. They were all also super encouraging, and they were like asking, they were like getting to know her, they were like, you know, like just asking personal questions, and like she was very much like open and like talking to us. It was great. It was just so good. And literally, I think the entire team, like we all just breathed a collective breath of fresh air. We were just like, oh, I was like, it's gonna be okay. She's a great pick. She was a great pick. And I mean, I understand that it was one day, you know, one day doesn't mean that we know everything about this person, but it was a really good Friday. It was Good Friday, which I was like, man, Eric didn't have to work on Good Friday. I was like, you rude nugget. We had to work on Good Friday, but it was a great Good Friday because it was her first day. We took her to lunch, which was kind of funny because I was telling you guys that this morning I had like biscuits and gravy, and like that was our Easter breakfast or whatever. Friday, when we took her to lunch, we went to this place on campus, and it's basically like, it's like a buffet, but it's like a nicer buffet. It's like home cooked food, and like it's really good. And they change the theme of the menu every day, but once a week. So every Monday you can look it up and see what the menu is going to be for the entire week. And every day it's like a different theme. It could be like tropical island themed. It could be like Asian inspired. It could be like, you know, whatever. They like change the theme every day. It could be Italian. But because it was Good Friday / kind of like Easter vibes, they did like a brunch. So it was like biscuits and gravy and shrimp and grits and chicken and waffles. But it was like so good. Like, I don't know. Friday lunch was super, super delicious, which I've never had a bad experience at that particular restaurant, but like it was on point. So I just had an overall excellent day last Friday. And the person that we hired, I think, is going to be really great, and training is going to hopefully go very well. The only thing that I'm struggling with right now, and I just need to get over it, but because I've been doing that person's job and my job since like August of last year, obviously I'm very excited to like train this person and like give them their work so that I can then focus my attention on what I need to be doing. But like, also when you're training someone, you have to go slower, right? Like you have to slow it down. I am so bad at slowing down. I think I can do it in a training environment, but the problem is because I've been doing basically my role and their role, we're a little behind because I haven't been able to give my full attention to one or the other. And so the fact that I'm already behind and now I'm going to have to slow down for training, it's like kind of killing me inside. And I've been thinking about just like, I've been kind of back and forth with myself. Like, I'm like, do I just bite the bullet and like maybe, because I work 4/10s, I was like, maybe 1 week I work my 4/10s, like I leave my 1 day off, but instead of actually taking that day off, I secretly like work and process applications and get myself where I need to be. But then I tell myself, I'm like, Ashley, like that's not healthy. You don't want to show your team that you're doing that, like, because you don't want them to feel like that's an expectation of them, and and the work is going to get done. It's not going to not get done. So I've just been really all up in my feelings about that. And I'm just like, Ashley, chill. It's going to work out. This person seems very much like a go-getter. Like once they've learned something, they seem like someone who will want to do it themselves and take over. Not like in a get out of my way type of way, but just in a way of like, okay, like I've picked that up. Now let me do that. And it's like, okay. Again, it's been 1 day. So I don't know. I'll continue to provide you guys updates with that as we move forward. But all I have to say is that day 1 was amazing. And it was funny because the first day of the week, it started with my boss's boss retirement announcement. And I was like so sad because I love them. And then the end of the week was like the highest high because I had my new person and like all of us were feeling her and we were like, this is amazing. So it was just like, I was like, my feelings were everywhere. Oh, and then the other thing that happened, was that one of my colleagues at work told me that they were pregnant, and I was like, it was just like the whole week was a roller coaster. But then again, I'm like, I'm so excited for this person to be pregnant, but then I'm also already thinking in my head, I'm like, okay, so we're going to be down another team person, and I'm going to have to think about what we're going to do while they're gone. But again, I was like, Ashley, chill. One thing at a time. You are a one person. You can only do one thing at a time, just like everybody else. You will handle that when it becomes something you need to handle. If I can get my new person trained up over the summer and then kind of letting them fly on their own in the fall, then I can focus my attention on supporting the role that's going to be vacant while that person's on maternity leave. But maternity leave is maternity leave. Like, yeah, it might be a couple months, but like they're coming back. Do you know what I mean? Like, and honestly, like, not that it matters, like you can get pregnant whenever, but when she's having this baby, it actually kind of is not the worst time. So I was like, well, this kind of worked out. Not that it matters, but I just thought that was funny. Anyways, so that's been work lately. Last week was a whole lot of ups and downs and emotions, and I was like, wow, what a great, crazy first week back from going to Seattle and all that. So we talked a lot about just like all the things moving forward and, you know, going into the summer. And usually the summer, we're still busy in the summer, but summer we do a lot of like our planning, budgeting, goals for next year, all of that fun stuff. So, and again, now that we have a person in that role, I'm excited to like plan for next year with a full team. So that's really cool. So that's what's been happening at work lately. Let's see. Let's talk about diamond painting. Okay. So diamond painting stuff. I am so excited that Summer with the Masters was finally announced. Thank you so much to Katie from Diamonds and Washi for hosting the event again this year. Katie's going to be hosting it by herself this year, which, man, after having co-hosted an event with 3 other incredible women, hats off to you, Katie, for co-hosting that. Or, like, previously she had co-hosts and it was just her and one other person, but this year she's doing it by herself. It is a lot of work, even for an event that's like being promoted as being very low-key and relaxed. You're still, you know, managing a Facebook group or social media. You're creating content around that theme. You're potentially doing prizes and connecting with small shops and coordinating all of that. And communicating with prize winners and like building it up and wrapping it down. And it is a lot of work. It's fun. It's a great time. But I have a newfound respect for the content creators that host events by themselves with co-hosts. It's all hard. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how big or small the event is. Even if it's just a DP along, like what we're doing next month with Ivy Dollamore, it's work. And again, not all, but most people have other things in their life going on other than just creating content on YouTube for diamond painting. Like they are stay-at-home moms, or they have a full-time job like me, or they're taking care of a family member, whatever it is. Like everybody's always got something else going on that also needs their attention. And while I wish I could I wish this could be my job. You guys would get so aggravated with me because I would be around you all the time, but like I literally wish this could be my full-time job. But everyone has a life outside of this and competing priorities. Did I finish P? I did. Okay, sorry. Everyone has competing priorities in their life, and so it's important to maintain a balance. But like, I was kind of nervous because we weren't hearing about Summer with the Masters, and I was like, is it going to be announced? When are we going to find out? And I had already bought the canvas that I wanted to do for it, like literally the month after I started diamond painting. Like when I first started diamond painting, Katie was co-hosting Drills and Chills with Lindsay from Emeralds and Fairy Lights. And I was like, I feel like Katie's probably a lot of our first person we find on YouTube, or if not one of the first people we find on YouTube when we're looking up diamond painting stuff, because she's just been doing it for so long and her content is incredible. And so when I was participating in Drills and Chills last year, which was my first event I had ever like participated in, I was looking at all of her old content and I saw all of the like Summer with the Masters videos. And I was like, oh, I don't want to put this away because I want to keep it with that. I was like, this is so cool. This looks like so much fun. I'm a big art nerd. So I was like, this feels like it would be right up my alley to do a more famous piece of art and whatever. And so I was just like super, super excited about it. And when I was watching the older content, last year she co-hosted it with Anthony from Single and Placing. And both her and Anthony were saying that they highly recommended, like, if you're going to order a canvas from, like, a small shop, to do it pretty far in advance, so that way you're not worried about the canvas not coming in time. And then, granted, I had only been diamond painting for literally, like, a month. Let's see, 28 is 7. That's so funny. Literally everything in this flower are the drills that I plan to replace in the glasses. So when Katie and Anthony were talking about like getting a canvas and like, I was learning about small shops. I was kind of nervous about ordering from one because I didn't know how it worked. And I was just like, I got super excited. So like very, very, very early on, I ordered my canvas from Jaded Gem Shop because I was like, well, I want to be prepared because if it takes 3 months to get here, I'll order it now. So that way it shows up in like January or something, and then I'll have it for the summer. And it showed up a little bit faster than that, but it did take a couple months for it to arrive just because of, again, small shops and the way that they do it. Thank God I did it though, because of all the tariff drama right now. It would probably take even longer and it would probably be a little bit more expensive. So I ordered Vase with Pink Roses by Vincent van Gogh, like literally month 2 of diamond painting. It was like last September or October, somewhere in there. And it came in 2024 and it's just been hanging out. I've done an unboxing for it already. I'll put a link in the description box if you're interested in checking out that unboxing video. I've unboxed it on the channel and it's just been sitting there waiting for me to do Summer with the Masters. So aside from Drills and Chills being like the first event that I actually participated in, Summer with the Masters was the first one that I was like excited and anticipating wanting to participate in. So I'm 1000% going to be doing that canvas starting in June. I know there's no start or finish requirement for that event, so I might even start on it earlier or later. It just depends. My mental plan, which again may or may not change in the upcoming month, we'll see. I'm really going to try to motor on this. So even though normally I usually do like a row and then I switch and then a row and then I switch for my multiple whips, I might buckle down on this one until it's finished. so I can have it finished. And then I wanna ideally put the Ivy Dolomore. Well, see, these have these like foam inserts, so I can switch this foam insert out from another like container for the what are these? The jars. The jar storage system, I can move these foam inserts between different containers. So I have one that's only 60. So depending on which Ivy Dolomore canvas is voted on, maybe I'll swap these around. But when this one finishes, this is probably going to be replaced by the Ivy Dolomore canvas for May for the Ivy Dolomore event. But then Angel of Justice is currently kitted up in my Elizabeth Ward storage system. And I'm only a third of the way through that canvas, but in an ideal world, that is the storage system that I kit up my Summer with the Masters canvas in. So once I finish this one and I have the Ivy Dolomore kitted up and that's going, I can kind of maybe do some work on Angel of Justice so I can kit that down and then put my Summer with the Masters in that for June. I think I'll be okay, but also I feel like I'm being a little over ambitious because April's almost over. Like, actually, I think you guys are seeing this when? Like, what day is it? It's the 20th. So, oh no, I think we have one more week. I think when you guys are seeing it, it's the last week of April, and then there's like another 3 days, and then it's May. So, I don't know. This canvas is so fun to do, and I am actually booking it. Like, I'm doing it fast, not on purpose. This entire section over here, I did like last night. Or Friday night. This huge, like, big section here, I did it in one night. So I feel like if I really just buckled down on this one throughout the rest of this week and maybe even next weekend when I'm not, like, getting my Ivy Dolomore kit ready for May, I think I could probably finish this before May. And if that happens, that would be phenomenal because then once I have the Ivy kitted up, I'm gonna be working on the Ivy obviously during the month of May because that's the event theme and all that. But based on the kits that are currently in voting right now, I don't know that I'm gonna be able to finish the Ivy in May, which is fine because the event is a DP along. There's no finish or start requirements. It's like very low key and relaxed. I think Michaela from Michaela Renee, one of the co-hosts, she already put up a kind of like announcement video explaining some of the rules. I'm sure she'll talk more about it as we get even closer to the event starting, because again, it literally starts next week. So I'm feeling good about that. Like, I'm not really concerned about finishing my Ivy Dolomore in May, but I definitely need to kit it up and make sure it gets started and all that. But like Angel of Justice, that is a bigger canvas, so I definitely want to like lay a bunch of drills down on that because I would love to kit up my Summer with the Masters in that storage system. The other option is finishing Alice and Roses by Margaret Morales after this one, and then because that's kitted up in my Diamond Art Club storage, and I could put my Jade and Gem Shop Summer with the Masters kit in my Diamond Art Club storage. So there are choices. There are choices to be made. I just think the Elizabeth Ward is nice because it has more size options in the containers. So with the Vase with Pink Roses by Vincent van Gogh, that kit doesn't have a crazy amount of colors. It just has a lot of drills because it's a big canvas. It's an extra large canvas. I think it has 100 centimeters on the long side. So, but I think it only has like 63 or 64 colors. So in theory, I could even kit that up in my 60 count bottle storage and just not put all of the drills in. Do you know what I mean? Like, not open all of the bags. That's a thought too. I don't know. This is how my brain works. I hope that me talking to myself about these things isn't incredibly boring to you guys. I hope that you think it's kind of fun to listen to me like go through my thought process of like, okay, well, if this moves here, and then I have to do this, and then what if I do it this way? But again, I don't want to like feel stressed about, oh, well, I have to get this diamond painting done because I need to kit this up and this up. Like, I like strategizing about diamond painting because I'm weird and it just is fun for me to do. So trust me, I'm not sharing this with you to like, I hope that you guys don't think I'm stressed out about it. I'm really not. I just like to think about the strategy of like when to finish certain kits and like how other kits will take over those kits. And yeah, that's just how my brain works. But that's the plan. Speaking of the Ivy Dolomore event, I was going to tell you. So last week, my inner circle members voted off of all my Ivy Dolomores, the top 4 canvases that are going to move on to the final voting. So the top 4 canvases that were selected was Breakfast Buddies, The Tea Party, Rose Library, and Big Sis. Very eclectic group. Tea Party and Rose Library did not surprise me at all. Breakfast Buddies and Big Sis, those were like, I was like, oh, okay. I think Courtney from Diamonds Are a Girl's Best Friend, who's the third co-host with us, I think she's doing Breakfast Buddies. So, not that we don't care. Like, we don't care if we do the same one. Like, that's not a problem. So don't let that dissuade you from voting for it. But like, if you want to see the 3 co-hosts working on 3 different canvases, Michaela is going to be working on Midnight Laundromat. Courtney's working on Breakfast Buddies, and then mine is still in voting. So this week, right now, again, you're seeing this Wednesday. Right now, Inner Circle and VIP Squad, which are 2 different tiers of my YouTube memberships for the channel, they are voting right now for the final canvas that will be selected, and then it's going to close this Saturday coming up, and I'm going to kit it up on Sunday. So next Wednesday, the video that you're going to see is my kit up of my Ivy Dolomore canvas. So if you're interested in voting between Big Sis, The Tea Party, Rose Library, and Breakfast Buddies, if you are really excited about one of those canvases and you want to see me work on it, feel free to join the VIP Squad or the Inner Circle membership. You just click the join button below this video, and you can actually vote on what my next canvas is going to be. The only canvases that I really choose for myself are like my little weekender or travel canvases. Like, I'll pick my mini sets that I work on at my friend's house, or I'll pick the mini sets that I take with me on vacation and stuff. But like any of my big projects, for the most part, you guys will be the ones choosing that are part of my membership. So that's kind of a cool perk that I think is unique. Whenever I tell people that I let my YouTube members pick my canvases, people are like, wow, like that's crazy. I could never like let someone else have like that much control over what I'm doing. And I'm like, yeah, but I like it because it takes a lot of pressure off of me. I don't feel like I feel like I'm not really disappointing anybody by what I'm choosing. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, if I picked every single canvas, like, somebody might be like, oh my gosh, like, we've seen that canvas done 15 times this month or whatever. Or like, you should have picked this one, or I wish you would have picked this one. It's like, y'all, I didn't pick. My members picked. I didn't pick. I'm just diamond painting. I'm just the artiste. I'm not picking. I did pick this one though, because I was very excited about it, and it was for Black History Month, and it's very springy and happy. And I'm obsessed with it, and it's a Holy Grail kit. So I did pick this one. But I let you guys pick all the other ones. Same thing with, like, the vase with pink roses. I made that decision before I even started my YouTube channel. I decided that was going to be my summer with the masters. So, like, I do pick some of my big projects every once in a while. But, like, usually I don't want to pick. I want you guys to pick, and I like that you guys pick. It takes a lot of pressure off of me. And it's just cool. Like, I think it's really fun to see, like, what y'all vote for. I was really actually shocked by, even like when we did the voting for the Margaret Morales, that you guys picked Allison Roses. I was like, wow, they want to see the new one. That's cool. Or like right now with the Ivy Dolomore, when Breakfast Buddies rose to the top very fast, I was like, wow, okay, they want to see the new one. Like, and that kind of makes sense. You know, again, I'm newer to YouTube, so a lot of people probably have done those older canvases many, many times, and maybe you guys just want to see something new, which I'm totally happy to do, because again, I'm going to do the old ones eventually because they're in my stash and I love them. But I also understand the desire to see some of the newer kits finished, because maybe that's a deciding factor for you guys on if you want to purchase it on a restock. If you like watch me do this one, I've had a couple people actually for this canvas specifically tell me that after seeing me work on Flower Crazy, they picked it up when it restocked like a couple months ago. So I love that. I love that I can do that for you guys. Again, if it's in my stash, it's because I love it. so I'm not particularly drawn to one over another. I pick the theme though. I do enjoy picking the theme because I just feel like that's the part that makes me happy. Like if I'm not in the mood to diamond paint something, like within like something that's like a certain color palette or has a certain subject matter, I like that I can just steer the ship in that direction. But then which one of those you pick, whatever, doesn't matter to me, as long as I'm getting to pick the general theme. I'm happy, or like that big picture of it all. So yeah, if you're interested in voting, again, the top 4 finalists are Breakfast Buddies, The Tea Party, Rose Library, and Big Sis. If you are part of the VIP squad or the Inner Circle membership, you are voting right now on that. It will close this Saturday at 11:59 p.m. Eastern. If you're not part of the membership and you want to vote, feel free to join and you can put in your vote. It's in my community tab, but only members can see the post. So if you join, go to my community tab and you'll see a post there that has the voting link in it and you can vote. You'll want to vote on the one that has the 4 finalists in it, and you will be good to go. So that's like the most of it for diamond painting. As far as like what I've been purchasing recently, from Diamond Art Club, I did get stuff on Saturday. I picked up the Bear Brick Gia one. That one was so pretty. How could I not? Let me know in the comments if you picked up anything this weekend from Diamond Art Club. Holy cow, that one was so pretty. I was like, that's a must-have. Bear Brick Gia is like one of my favorite artists with Diamond Art Club. I love all of her portraits and all of like that spacey vibe. It's just so pretty to me. So those ones I definitely picked up that one. And then one that kind of snuck up on me that I ended up picking up with the Wonderlust one was the Tornado one. I don't remember what it's called exactly, but I think it's by Color by something. Let me look. I always hate it when I do that and then I can't think of the name. Hold on, let me look at my spreadsheet. Color by something? Color Out of Place. Rainbow Tornado by Color Out of Place, and then Wanderlust by Bear Brick Gia. So yeah, the Color Out of Place one, this is gonna sound so dumb, but I love weather. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say for myself. I love weather, and I just loved the idea of like diamond painting a tornado. Like that it looked so cool. And obviously the colors made it interesting. Like, I don't know if I would have picked it up if it was like just a gray and black tornado like swirling over a plane. I don't know. Maybe. Never say never. I just don't know that I would have like gone in for that one, but the fact that it was just like all these beautiful like rainbow colors swirling around, and then it had like, you know, the wheat field, I just really liked it. It spoke to me. I don't know what to tell you. Sometimes I have no idea why I like stuff. It's really funny. I have a text, I have like a group chat going on with Michaela and Courtney. We've had one forever, but we also talk a lot about like the event planning and stuff there. And every weekend we're always like, what did you buy? What did you buy? And I feel like I am the outlier every time. Like, Michaela was like, you didn't get the Ivy Dolomore? And I was like, yeah, no, that one just didn't speak to me. But I got a tornado. I don't know what's wrong with me. I don't know. I am very much like a go off of a feeling kind of person. And my stash is already huge, as we all know. So I definitely am much more picky now. Again, not to say that I regret getting anything that I've gotten previously, but like when you're waiting on restocks, I feel like you almost buy more than when you're not waiting for restocks. Because when you're waiting for restocks, if 2 or 3 things pop up at the same time, you're like, oh my gosh, I need to grab it because I don't know if it's gonna retire or if it's not going to be back for another 6 months and whatever. So like you talk yourself into it. But now that like the majority of my wish list has been purchased down, I see myself like usually getting maybe 1 painting a week, maybe 2 if I'm really like, again, like this week I got 2 because I really did like 2. And then some weeks I'll get nothing, you know, it just depends. But I'm actually really happy with the pace that I've slowed down to, specifically with Diamond Art Club, because I feel like that's giving me more space in my budget to purchase from other shops. So it hasn't come in yet, but I do have an order coming in from Diamond Delights. It hasn't gotten here yet, but I have that coming in eventually. I also have an order coming in from this really cute, it's like a stationery shop. It's not a diamond painting shop, but it's like a stationery journaling paper stuff. And I will definitely unbox that for you because I want to turn you guys on to this shop. It's called Unicorn Eclipse, I think. They popped up as an ad for me on Instagram, and I like dove into their website, and it's like these two sisters, and they're the cutest thing ever. And the art that they develop for their stationery is stunning. So when that comes in, I'll definitely show that to you. But yeah, I've been happy to kind of support some smaller businesses, especially during all the craziness that's happening right now with all the tariffs and just shipping and everything going on in the world. You know, I want the companies I love to stay open. And so I'm hoping that, you know, in addition, I think you can have both. I can love Diamond Art Club and I can also love my small shops. And I'd want to always have like a decent balance. If you didn't see, over the weekend, I posted that I finished Rudy Baby. I finally finished Rudy Baby. I'm so excited about that. That is from Distracted by Diamonds. And so that canvas is going to be replaced by a small shop specifically. So I'm not going to kit anything up just yet to replace it because, again, I have a lot of things that I'm about to like finish and start and finish and start, because starting wise, it's going to be within the next couple weeks, I'm going to start up the Ivy Dolomore, and then eventually I'm going to start up the vase with pink roses for Summer with the Masters. But my intention is to get another small shop in the rotation. I mean, Jaded Gem Shop is a small shop, so I guess that kind of counts. But my thought process was Rudy Baby would be replaced by another canvas from a small shop. But a lot of my small shop canvases that I had gotten in, I hadn't unboxed on the channel yet. So I'm going to give it a couple more weeks so I can expose you guys to some more shops that I've purchased from. And then when I feel like the pool of things that I've unboxed for you is big enough, then I'll say, okay, like let's vote on a small shop to kit up. Because right now, like, you haven't seen probably half of the small shop stuff that I have that I've already gotten that I have in my house. I just haven't shown it to you yet outside of my stash video. You did see most of it in my stash video, but I want to be able to actually like have its whole moment. If you guys didn't see, I opened my Josephine Wall canvas. I'm so excited about my Josephine Wall. Technically that's from a small shop, the one with the diamond art, so my members could want me to do. Could you imagine if I was doing over the summer a Josephine Wall, a giant over 100 centimeter Jaded Gem Shop, Angel of Justice, and like let's say my Ivy kit that I do is like the Tea Party or Rose Library. Those are 4 big mama jammas. After that, my next theme is going to be like medium. Like that's going to be the theme. Not like flowers or cats. It's going to be like, the theme is minis. We're doing another mini event because I need a break. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I honestly like, and I know I've said this in other videos, it's one square at a time. It doesn't matter if your canvas is, 200 centimeters or 20 centimeters. It doesn't matter. You're still going to tackle all of them the same, one square at a time. And if you're someone that has multiple WIPs going like me, if you are getting bored of a particular color palette, image, drill shape, whatever, switch it up. You like if you're tired of pastels, maybe go to one that's more of a moody color palette. If you're feeling the fall vibes, then do something that's fall. Like, obviously everybody has space restraints different than each other, so I'm not just saying like just do this and everything will be fine. Like, obviously you have to do what's best for you, but like I don't fear having multiple large WIPs going, because in my mind you're always going to tackle it that same way, where it's like you're just going to do a square or a row at a time. It doesn't matter how big the canvas is, it matters the section that you're working on in that moment. And seeing progress on some of my larger paintings in my stash is actually going to make me feel super happy, because I don't want my stash to turn into just huge diamond paintings because I keep putting off doing them. Do you know what I mean? Like some people might be like, I'm not ready for that project because it's too time intensive and I'm too scared. And that is totally valid if you're someone who's only whipping on one thing at a time, because then you might be like, I don't want to get bored or stressed out or whatever, and I don't want to work on it forever. But then other people where I think if you can have at least 2 going at a time, you can always swap back and forth between like a huge project and a small project. I think you'll be okay. But I don't let the size of my project intimidate me or pressure me into feeling like I have to like hurry up, because it's 1 square at a time, just 1 square at a time. Okay, so let's see. I'm trying to get this part done. I'm pretty close. I have just like a couple more 7s to get done, and then this flower will be done. But then I still have some other, there's some blue drills that I have to put down in here. I'm also going slow because I'm talking, so I would probably have already ripped through all of this had I just like buckled down, but obviously we were chatting, so I couldn't do that, which is fine. So let me see what else I was going to say. Oh, well, yeah, we're going to do the enhancement together. So this is what we'll do. I will quickly just for you, it'll feel like 2 seconds, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn the camera off. I'm going to just speed through the last little bit of this section to get us to the face. And then the next time I clock back in, we are going to be kind of zoomed in on the face, and then we're going to go through the enhancement process together. And then we're still going to do a question of the day, so stay tuned for that. But let me do that. Let me just finish this little section, and then the next time we check back in, I will have it on her face, and we'll talk through the enhancement process, and then we'll do question of the day, and then we'll wrap up. Does that sound good? Okay, cool. I will check back in just a second. Okay, are we ready to have this enhancement conversation? This is so interesting. I don't have my ring light directly on the image because I didn't want the glare to come through on her face, but isn't she stunning? I finished this whole section, so here, let me pull back the plastic. So I did everything up to her face. I didn't want to cheat and do any of her face or her glasses or her lips. So I just did all of this last night and then during this whip and chat. And then now we're going to focus on her glasses and her lips. So I'll have to actually pull down this other piece of the cover paper here. So let me just move my little cover minder down. So let me get everything situated. This looks so cool, by the way, because I like did it right up against her face. So it's just like all finished and then not finished. That looks so cool. Okay, so I have this broken down. Let me see, is there a tear in a decent, okay. I'm trying to keep it as covered as possible, but unfortunately her face really does take up a majority of this area. So I can put this side panel back down because her face isn't there, but her face does kind of split this one in half. You can kind of see the perforation here. So I will eventually need that section, but I think I can just go panel by panel and we can reveal themselves to us again as we go. So then we'll just put that panel down. Oh, got stuck a little weird. That's fine. I can pick it back up and fix it. There we go. So I have these 2 pieces separated so we can kind of decide what we're doing one at a time. Okay, I'm sitting down. So I don't know if I want to do the glasses or the lips first. Let me do the lips first, because the problem that I'm having with the glasses and like what I keep going back and forth about. So technically there are 2 different colors in the glasses. There's this P and then there's a 7. So P is, let's see, 36. So this is P, and then 7 is, what is it? Number 28. So these are the 2 colors. Again, this one's a little darker than this one, but those are the 2 colors that are in the glasses. So there are no special drills currently charted in these glasses, which we are obviously going to change that. These are the 3 pink, special drill packs that I got from DP with sparklers, and the metallic one is probably what I'm gonna go with. Here it is up close. it's hard to see in the bag, but I'm going to put it in a tray and you'll be able to see it a lot better. But this is the metallic that I'm probably going to go with. I just can't decide if I want the metallic to be the entire glasses and not do two different colors for shading, or if I just want to do the metallic where the P goes, but then still do like an AB or something, or a fairy dust in the 7s. Because if you look at the glasses, the majority is actually the 7. The P is only in the shadowy places, but I'm like, this is kind of like a darker pink. So I'm like, I don't know what to do. There are options that we have in both AB and in metallic. So I think it'd be better to do the lips first, so that way we have all of the colors available down, seeing how they look next to each other, and then I think maybe we can decide if this is a good idea. Also, I think that I'm pretty committed to this at least being the P in the glasses, so maybe we can also put this down for just the glasses, and then we can swap out if necessary. So I'm just going to leave these over here to the side, and then we'll start with the lips. So in the lips, there's K, P, and 7, and then there's a couple of number 2s. Number 2 is actually already an AB. It's just like a white AB. So let me just pop those in now, because we just know that that's happening, right? Like we're not fighting with that information. So we've got, oh, come on. Let me have you. I'm using a glue dot with a AB drill, which is why they're not being my friend. Lay down. Okay, there's 1, there's 2, and then there's 3. I can punch you guys in even closer. Maybe I should do that so you can see it even closer up. Because now that I'm looking at the viewfinder, I can see that you guys can see the whole face, but you're still kind of pulled back out a little bit. So let me do that really quick. Let me get you really in there. And then maybe I can pull the thing out a little bit more. Ooh, there we go. She's a cinematographer now. Okay, so I think you guys can see a lot better now. Sorry, I'm still learning how to do all of this, guys, so bear with me, please. Okay, so we have our tray ready to go. I had this organized, and then of course I moved it. I think this was over here. So these are the 3 fairy dust colors that I have for the lips. Let me just hold them upside down so you can see them really good. We have these 3 colors. Oops, wrong way. There we go. So I think that these are all very complementary for the lips. Now, here's the other thing too. For the 7, 7 is 957. That's the DMC number. Sorry, I keep moving. That is the DMC number. I actually got that in AB. So 957, I have it in AB. I don't have it in fairy dust. And I kind of wanted the lips to be fairy dust, but then the only number 7 that you see in the lip is like this little highlight down here, and then there's like 2 right there, but then these are ABs also. So I was like, do I just need to leave the little whites as AB, or should I do whatever? So this AB we could use as the 7 because it's a direct DMC color match, but we could also forego it for a fairy dust or something else. So TBD on that. But yeah, these are the colors that I have. This is also an AB, so I guess I don't really know why I would use this over the exact color match. So that's actually something to think about. But these are gonna be P and K. So let's take a peek at that. We have, let me flip these back over so I have them in the correct order. I think 36, I think it went like this. So again, they're not a direct color match, so don't think that they will be, but I'm thinking I'm gonna replace this color, 35, which is the K. This is supposed to be K. I'm gonna make it this. So let's start there. Let's just do one thing at a time, and then we'll just continue to reevaluate as we go. I'm nervous. So again, this, I'm just gonna put this here so you can see the color as we're working on it. Is there any way I can, okay, there, that's better. I've already opened these because they were kind of a butt to open. They had like the glue around the top. So we have our tray here. We don't need that many, but you know, I'm being dramatic. In case anyone was curious, this is the Diamond Art Club special enhancement drill. It is Z961. So that is the actual DMC of the enhancement drill I'm using. And I'm replacing it in my painting here. Oops. Okay. So this is going to be K. So let's just get it going. Oh, I didn't even realize there's some 3s in here. Is 3 a special drill too? No. Oh wait, no, 3 might not be 3 actually. Let me look at the thing here. 3 is 10. So let me pull 10 out. This is what 10 is supposed to be. It is not a special drill. It's just like a reddish, pinkish color. I don't know how good you guys can see that. So, okay, let's straighten this out and do K. So I'm just gonna do my first line here. Looking good. So far, so good. Should I bring you even closer? That's pretty good. Okay. So then we have some more here. Oops. So I'm just doing all of the K's in the lips. And then we're gonna see how we feel about that once we start putting some other colors next to it. Okay. Scooching some stuff over. Oh, by the way, something else that I was thinking about when I was just finishing up this like other section over here that I forgot to mention. I'm still reading my book. I'm still reading the Zodiac Academy series. I'm on book 8.5. And I was just curious if you guys had opinions on this, people that are like book readers. I don't mind it when like series have novellas. It's like, they're fun. They're usually like complementary to the story. Some of them I feel like are more pertinent than others. Like some novellas, you could probably skip it and you don't really need it to understand the whole story. But then others, you're like, oh, if I didn't read this, there's a lot I wouldn't understand in a book. But the Zodiac Academy series, book 8.5, and there's also another book in the series that's very similar. It's like as told from a different perspective. So it's basically like you're reading one of the main books again, but you're reading it from a different point of view, which super fascinating. Like, I think it's very interesting, and I like hearing other people's perspectives. It's just kind of a slog though to feel like I'm reading the same book twice. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's like you already know what's going to happen. So you kind of already are like, okay, I know that this part's coming. Get to the main point. Like, give me the highlights here, you know, whatever. So I don't know. I don't know how I feel about it. It's just like, the content is good, but I'm not reading 8.5 as voraciously as I was reading the other books that are part of the actual series, just because it's like I said, it's essentially another perspective of the story that I have already heard so far. And I'm just like, okay, like, this is really cool, fun, like, extra background character information. But I almost would like to have read this, like, after the series was over. But then again, I'm sure that as I get towards the end, it's going to reveal something to me that is like kind of a key moment that I will need to learn. I will be happy that I know going into the last book of the series. That's also possibly why I'm like struggling, is because 8.5 and then 9 and then the main series is over. So the fact that this book is what's between me and finishing this series is also kind of a drag. I'm dragging it like for 2 reasons. I'm dragging it because I don't want the series to be over because I really love it, but I'm also dragging because it's like, you're the last thing that's between me and finishing this series. Like, are you serious? Do I really need to reread an entire, like, basically reread the last book I just read from a different perspective before I move on to like the big punchline where I figure out what's happening and who lives, who dies, the whole 9 yards. So that's part of it too. So let me know in the comments when you read books, like really long series, if there's like a novella or like as told by this perspective, or, you know, a 0.5, like usually authors will be like, book 2.5, and it'll be someone else's perspective. Do you guys really struggle to read through those, or are you like super into them because they give you kind of more information from someone else's point of view? I will continue to read them. I just think in this particular instance, I'm struggling because it's like the last book before the final, and it's holding me back a little bit. So I was previously finishing a book in like 3 days, but this last one has actually taken me a hot minute because I just haven't really felt super motivated to read it. I also listened to a lot of Audible on the plane to Seattle and on the way home from Seattle. So like, I don't know. I just feel like I needed a break. I needed an Audible break. I still listen to my book when I work out and when I'm on my way to and from work when I go to the office. So it's like still getting listened to. It's just usually when I'm diamond painting, I will also listen to my audiobook. But lately I've just been kind of watching YouTube and giving myself a little bit of a breather, which is fine. Because that always happens. Like if I'm super into my audiobook, I feel like I'm neglecting watching all of my favorite YouTubers, and then if I'm in a YouTube moment, I feel like I'm neglecting my audiobook. So I guess it's just a vicious circle I'll never truly come out of, but that, you know, such is life. Such is life. Okay, so I'm almost done laying down the K's with this new color. I think the fairy dust was a good call on the lips. I'm sure the lighting isn't perfect from where you guys are standing, just because I had to turn the ring light upward so that way you could actually see what I was doing, because the glare was like super bad when I had it facing down on the canvas. I need to get a better lighting setup for my YouTube videos. Like, I know that everyone has to struggle with the lighting because the plastic reflects the light back to the camera, so it is really hard. But I just think if I lit the room itself better, like maybe if I got some like softbox lighting or something that just made the room very light and bright, I wouldn't have to use a focused light at all, which would improve the quality of my videos. I just need to bite the bullet and do it. Maybe if I have some extra budget money after April is over, I will bite the bullet and get myself some softbox lighting. The only problem with softbox lighting is that it takes up a lot of space, and my office is already not particularly large. And so that means like when I'm filming, it would take me even longer to get set up in here because I'd have to like pull the lighting out, and it would take up the entire room. I'd have to be like in my little corner trapped, which is fine. I mean, I don't move around a lot during my videos other than like in my little square, but it would increase the setup and tear down time of my videos. Okay, so that is all the K's done. How are we looking so far? Are we liking it? Okay, so I'm gonna pour that back into here. Let's see. I love these Bijou Bliss trays because it's got like the little spout and I can keep the lid on it, so it just goes back in so nicely. I will say Diamond Art Club fills these super high, so you just gotta be careful when you're pouring your gels back in if you haven't used them yet. But yeah, now we are empty and ready to go for the next color. So I'm just putting the lid back on. And again, this originally, K was 3705 DMC. So this was the original color, number 35 for this kit. This is original, and this is what we changed it to. This is a regular drill. This is a fairy dust drill. And this is also a Diamond Art Club, but it is Z916, or 961, I'm so sorry, 961. And that is the color in natural light. So these ones are done. Moving those to the side. This fairy dust is potentially a contender for P up in the glasses, but we're not there yet. Well, actually, no, I think the metallic is the P, but I don't know, the 7 is still up for grabs. So the next color that I'm feeling particularly confident about, I guess, is let's just knock the 3 out. I think the 3 not being fairy dust is fine. It kind of adds dimension a little bit. So let me just quickly get some some 3. Oh my gosh, my words are slurring. My P3, my 3P. That sounds like a protein bar. P3, sign up for P3 protein, triple protein, punch pineapple party pack. I am making this up as I go. Okay, So this is 3. I don't know, is that weird? Oh my gosh, the lighting is so awkward. Hold on, let me pause you really quick and let me try to get you in a different spot. Okay, another angle that nobody asked for. I just really want you to understand the colors. So this like little more reddish color right here, this is the number 3, and that is technically serial number 10, and that is this color. So I don't know, it might look a little funky now that I've changed it to different tones, but we're just gonna go with it because I feel like even this doesn't really necessarily, it's not like a smooth transition anyway, is what I'm saying. So TBD, but okay. So we're just gonna roll with it. And then if we need to change it, we will, but I'm just gonna put the 3s in and see what that does for us. There's only a couple more. Okie dokie. And then 2 more up here. Cool. Cool, cool, cool. So that's all the 3s placed. So let me put that back. All right. Beautiful. Great. Now, I'm just avoiding the P's and the 7s because I'm just unsure. Okay, so I think this is the original P. It's number 36, which is 3706. So this is number 36. This is the original P. Again, not a special drill, just a regular old drill. Looks really pretty though. And I'm going to replace that with this fairy dust. It looks crazy in the camera, but I think it's gonna look good. I don't know. We're gonna try. We're just gonna try and see what there is to see. Okay, so I'm just gonna put it in the tray. I know in the long scheme of things, it really doesn't matter. Like a pink lip is kind of a pink lip. But let's see. I don't know. I think it looks okay. Okay, so let's do the bottom part first. So it's 4. That's 5. 1. Oops. 1. I love that snappy sound when they really like, I'll say this particular canvas, the drill field is so good. And this isn't like a super, super new, I got it on a restock, I think. So it did come in the new box. So maybe it got an updated drill field, but this is technically an older painting. So, and when I say older, I mean like probably a year or something, nothing crazy. Okay, so let's look at that. It's looking okay. Ugh, I don't know. This is looking crazy. I'm like, it's looking okay. Actually, it's looking crazy. Well, it's just because it's like the pinks aren't pinking correctly together, I guess. What do we have over here? This is like an AB. Which this is the 7. Maybe it'll all come together. Maybe I'm just too close to the project. Maybe I need to just finish it. But this is definitely not even the same tone of the pink that I thought it was gonna be. Maybe this darker, because I actually really like this darker pink that I used for the K. That's pretty. This pink that I'm putting for the P is kind of more of like almost a lavender color, which again doesn't look bad, but the way the lips are rendered, meaning like how they've shaded the pink in the lip, it looks a little crazy. I don't know. We're just gonna keep moving forward. Oops. Let me stand up. Let me stand up and look at it from above. Oh my gosh, that looks so bad. Oh, okay, hold on. What do I have in my arsenal here? How do I fix this? How do I fix this? What do I do? What's the solution? I could just use P. What if I did that? Because 35 was K. 36, this is P. It's just a normal drill. What if I didn't do the entire lip in fairy dust? What if I just did the K in fairy dust and then P was the normal color it was supposed to be? And then the 7 could also be like either what it was supposed to be or an AB, because there's not a lot of them. Okay, so let me grab another tray really quick. I'm just gonna grab, I have like a mini Diamond Art Club tray right here ready to go. Just like a little one. Let me just throw this in here and see what there is to see. I'm gonna put this in there so I don't lose my whole situation. Okay. There's probably too many drills in here, but that's fine. Okay. What if I just did this? And I'll know which one I have to take out because it's like a lavender purple color. So it's not hard to see. Let's do the upper lip with this actual color that was charted and see if that makes me happier. Because that also this orangey red, I don't know that I love that either, but that is actually charted. So I don't know that I love that either. Even with the original colors, I don't know that I love that. Okay, this one's like that. And then we do that again up here. Ooh, that was a good one. Oh, guys, I have so much respect for people who enhance their canvases like all the time, because this is tough. Like when you have certain colors that you want, but there's not an exact DMC match, you can't just be like, oh, I know it's gonna look good because it's the same colors just in a different like whatever. No, like I only had the one color match and it was the AB for the 7, but that wasn't necessarily the one that I wanted to change. And I guess the way that these lips are looking, it kind of looks like the darker color is on the inside of the lip. Okay, let me stand up and look at that. Okay, I like that decently better. What if I took this purpley color and I moved that to where the red was? Because this like crayon orange red is not the moment for me in the lip. And that's the beauty of squares, is like you don't even know. It does not. Oop, that went flying. Okay, so where's number 10? So this originally was the 3, symbol 3, number 10. Very confusing. Okay, so I'm just gonna pick out these. And I'm sorry if this is so painful to watch, but this is literally, I could have just like sped through this part, but I feel like it's cool for you guys to see me struggle through this selection process, because this is how it really is, you know. I mean, I know there's people that are much better at enhancements than me. This is the first time I've actually tackled like a larger enhancement here. And it's not even that large. But some people might be more decisive and fast than me. But like, I don't want anyone to feel discouraged about making changes to a canvas because they're too intimidated by it. And they're like, well, it's not going to be perfect, so I don't want to do it. It's like, you know what? Just try it. You can do what I'm doing and just pick it off if you don't like it. I'm just using my Diamond Art Club tweezers to just pop off these little ones that I know I don't like, because I can confidently say that this is, regardless of if I just used the drills that were charted or if I used this, I don't think I'd like it. Let me look at the picture here. This is the, oh, hold on. This is the original artwork, and like you can see there's like it just doesn't look red. Like, I don't know. I just think that was the wrong color choice. Like, there's nothing in her lips that looks super bright red to me like this. Do you know what I mean? I know that's probably not picking up on camera the best way, but we're doing what we can. Okay, so we're picking out these number 3s. I think maybe using that purple as like the deeper highlight there, maybe that's the answer. And then I can take that purple out and replace it with the original color for the P, because that top lip isn't looking really bad at all. But this color is just a distraction to me, and it's making me not see the whole piece come together because it's just such a blaring, it's like such a glaring color. So hopefully this color shows up in other places on the canvas, because I think it's going to look really good in like the hair and stuff. Like, I don't think I'm going to be as precious about where it is in the hair, but the lips is just such a small area with so much it's like a focal point, right? Because like it's like her eyes and her lips and her face is like the center of the image. I just don't know that I love this here. I will say these white ABs look really good with the lavender color. That does actually look pretty next to each other, but it just doesn't work necessarily in the blend. Okay, so all of the 3s have been picked off, which again was serial number 10 or DMC 350. This is 350. So we're gonna put that back in my container. And then this is serial number 36, which is symbol P 3706 DMC. I think I'm gonna try up here the 7s. I think those would be cute as an AB too, and I'm going to use the AB that I got from DP with sparklers. So we're gonna just stab in the bag because I don't have that many to place. I'm gonna try to make this upper lip look exactly how I want it to look, and then if I love it, I'll make the bottom lip match. But okay, those 2 look super cute there as like a little wet highlight in the top peak of her lip. I don't think that that looks bad. I could swap it out for a fairy dust if I wanted to. Like, I could even actually make this purple that as well. That could also be a potential solution. But we'll see. So I just put those 2, and then I'm going to take this lavender color and I'm going to place it where the 3s are up here and see if that makes me happier than that red color. Let's see. I normally never place with tweezers, but I've already got them, so I'm just working with what I've got. Get in there. Get in there. Okay. Ooh. Do I like that? See, but now this AB feels out of place. Good grief. Ashley, just make up your mind. Okay. That looks good there. Let's pull this one out of this little corner here. I'm trying to reuse, that way I don't have to reopen. I mean, I'm gonna have to open the container again, but I'm trying to do what I can here. Give it to me. Okay. Stop fighting me. There we go. And that would go right there. Just press that down. Let me stand up again. Okay, that is pretty cute. That is pretty cute. Let me pull you off of the thing here. Ow, I pinched myself. How does that top lip look? It's like hard. Okay, let me pull out so you can see the whole face. Does that top lip look crazy? Do I need to switch it? Maybe I need to make the lighter pink on the inside and then the darker on the outside. Here, let me turn off my ring light so you can see it better. How is that looking? Focus on the top lip, not the bottom. This is like a lighter pink, and then the fairy dust is like a darker pink. And then these are 2 ABs that are the same DMC match. And then I took this like little purple fairy dust and replaced it from that reddish orange color. looking at it through the camera, I'm almost wondering if that darker color with the fairy dust needs to be on the outside and then the lighter on the inside. But then again, if you're gonna get a shine effect, the shine probably is gonna be on the outside. I am probably overthinking this to the max. Oh, this is so hard. I thought this was gonna be easier than the glasses. I really did. I really did. I totally am wrong. Okay, let me cut for a second, do some thinking, and then I'll come back with a solution. Okay guys, I'm back. All I did during this break was fill in this middle part in the lip and then outline it, because I feel like maybe that will help me visualize what I want to see with the lips. I didn't change anything in the pink yet, but also my parents did get here for Easter. Mom, say hi.
Hi.
So Mom is here and she's gonna help give me advice. So this top lip, I put these 2 little sparkle dots up here.
Okay.
Those are the same DMC color as the original color was supposed to be. Just those are basically the AB sparklies and the original was not.
Okay.
This is the original color, but I just picked the sparkly version of it.
Okay.
So take that with what you will. I can take those out if I have to. I think I really like this purple, because look, that purple is on top of this color. I thought that was I didn't like the red. Isn't that red like too much with the pink? This is what
it looks. Well, it's supposed to be the lines on your lips, like. Do you know
I know, but like, isn't that too stark?
It kind of is. Do you have a lighter color?
Well, but that's why I thought the like lavendery purple fairy dust was pretty. This like purple color. It's so I would remove it from here and move it to the lines.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
So like pretend like these big chunks of it aren't there.
Yeah, that might look better.
And then I'm struggling between this light pink and the dark pink, if I should flop them or not. Because I feel like the light color cresting the top of her lip makes sense the way light hits your lips.
Yeah, which is true.
I'm just putting the brown back away because I just did the outlining of her lips. Thank God I have like 800 of these little like Diamond Art Club ones, because I have so many trays out with different colors in them right now.
I think that once you change the bottom lip, you're not going to want to change the top.
You think? Okay, so
let's... You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. No, you might be right. You might be very right. So let me pop off these purple ones, and then I'll put them where the 3s are. Oh, this is going to be so fun. So happy Easter, Mom.
I know.
Welcome to your first official video. No, you've been featured in a video before, but you've never like been.
This is just a voiceover.
Yeah. Yeah. I do want to. I think it would be fun if we did one together.
I know. Well, I have to tell you. I mean,
Tell me.
Tell you now. David has made a request.
What did he request?
On Father's Day, he wants you to teach him how to do it.
Would he be willing to be like on camera? You think?
I'm sure.
You think?
He's a handle.
Okay. I'm down. I'm down for anyone to be in my videos, honestly. Like, the more the merrier.
Because I was asking what he wanted to do for Father's Day, you know, and he was like, I just want to have Ashley teach me. He calls it Diamond Bright.
Diamond Bright? Is it like
That's what he calls it, Diamond Bright.
What was the toy that I used to have that was like
Light Bright?
Light Bright. I was like, does he think it's like a cross between Light Bright and like...
He knows what it is because we watch your videos, but you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Light
Bright.
Yeah, so he's Diamond Bright.
Diamond Bright.
Yeah, so he said that for Father's Day, he just wants to come here and then do dinner or whatever and have you teach him how to do it.
Are you going to do it too? Honestly, I think he would really like it.
I know. Well, he's very yes.
And...
Do you have any little minis anymore? I know you do.
Oh, I have
space,
tons.
But space.
Well, I have... So... I have tons of
them.
mini canvases he can do. I don't know if I have anything else that's small and space themed.
It's too bad it's too...
I have big space.
I know. But you don't have time to do that between now and Father's Day.
No, but what I was going to say was, so Diamond Art Club is like legally licensed with Disney.
Oh, that's, yeah, you said.
And before Father's Day is May 4th. And I have a theory.
May the 4th be with you.
Yes, I have a theory that Diamond Art Club might come out with some Star Wars themed things on May 4th, which is well before Father's Day. So if something, I'll keep my eyes out. If I see something,
for a gift for him.
Well, I don't want to like gift it to him and then him hate it. Like, I'd rather just like buy it for him to do it, and then if he loves it, then
If it's, you can't start them off with one of these big old mambo jumbos.
No. I have to look. I even have, look at these. I have like the Harry Potter stickers. I have small stuff. It needs to be a small thing to start. For the one that I have for us to do, which again, I was thinking for Mother's Day, if you wanted to do it with me, we could maybe do a video or something for Mother's Day. But, I have, do you remember I went to Hobby Lobby and I got those feathers?
The bookmarks?
Yeah. I thought that would be a good one for you to start with.
Yeah, because I want one.
Yeah, right. Yeah, of course.
Surprise.
Yeah, surprise. I do have some stuff, though, that I think David would like. I honestly think he could practice on anything.
But it just needs to be a snack size so we can do it before we, like, hang out and do dinner and do gifts or what. You know what I mean?
But that's what I'm saying. Like, even if he, like, I do totally have snack size stuff that he can practice with, but even if he did something big, he could just do a small section and then be like, I love it or I hate it. Diamond painting is something where you pretty much instantly know if it's, like, your new favorite thing or you hate it, because it's, like, very tedious. So it's like, it's either like, wow, this is amazing and I think I'm in love with this, or it's like, ooh, actually this is peeling paint. Yeah. Okay, so I peeled off that. So you're saying do the same thing I did?
Yes.
Up top. Okay, so that means I'm going to put the purple where the 3s go.
And then you got to open your Easter basket.
Okay, I did tell them. They already know I'm a spoiled brat. I was like, yes, I am 33 years old.
And an Easter egg hunt.
Yep, they know. I told them I'd take a couple videos of that.
Okay, well, I have my ears
Or maybe you could video Eric and I, because I swear if he gets more eggs than me, I'm throwing down.
Okay, listen.
What?
You need to tell them the truth.
What's the truth?
Every year,
they know there's no secrets.
It doesn't matter who gets most eggs because you shank them all from him.
What are you talking about?
Take all the money out of them.
What are you talking about? I don't shank nothing.
Well, he gives it up. Put it this way.
Listen, just because
he doesn't even, he just like hands it over.
Well, no, maybe we should make him do the Easter hunt with no glasses, so I can have the advantage. He's just so fast. We'll see. I don't know. Maybe I'll either have you hold the camera or I'll just film it and then I'll just make him give me a head start. Oh, or maybe, well, no, that's not a good idea.
We'll film it.
Okay, but no, like, shaky cam. I could also set up my, oh.
That's a good idea.
Sure, I could just.
Because we only do it in the living room.
Yeah. I could bring my little tripod down there. Since I've already made a mess, I might as well commit. These are so full when you get them for the first time. It's like, it's impossible not to overfill them. Okay, so please hold, people, while I clean up my little diamond spill. Nothing major, just a tiny amount. Okay, so the pink, I really think I do like that, like, lavender in the grooves of the lip over that red.
Yeah.
Because it was like, it's not even just like a red, it was like an orange red, and it just so did not go with these, like, these tonal pinks. I don't know, I just didn't like it. So, again, if you guys are curious, I replaced this color, which is 350, DMC 350. I replaced this with this, super different as you can see. This is Z316 Fairy Dust from Diamond Art Club. So they're all Diamond Art Club. It's just this is what came charted and this is what I swapped it with. So I did that. And then, let's see, this is 36. 36 is the letter P, and I think I said I wanted to just put P where P is, because that's what I did up here, and it's like this light and bright pink. So the pink, okay, so it's gonna be in the middle now. Okay, so maybe this will be cute.
I think it will too.
Thanks, Mom.
Welcome, babe.
Sometimes you just need someone else to tell you you're not
mommy.
crazy. My mommy. Okay. Yeah, I was telling them I've never shot, like, at this angle before, and I'm like, it probably looks heinous.
No.
You don't think so? I feel like it looks wild.
Well, because you're used to, like,
facing them. Well, now that you're here, now you're roped in. You're going to do our question of the day with us.
Okay.
And then we'll wrap up the video, but I have to finish this first because I'm determined.
I gave birth to you.
I know. Well, that's true.
This is your dad's side, by the way.
What's my dad's side?
All of it.
What, crafting? Yes, I could have. Well, Dad doesn't really craft, though.
It's not, but it's projects.
Yeah.
Insert, DJ, cleaning, diamond art.
I don't know that DJing and cleaning can be associated.
But it's like, kind of. It's like.
You know what? Whatever you say, lady.
I'm trying.
I just work here. Okay, so we're so close to being done here with this part.
You can't lie on Easter.
What do you mean I'm not lying? I'm literally, I only have these P's to go and then those couple little 7s. And I'm done. And I'm multi-placing like a beast because I'm trying to finish it.
Normally don't do that.
Did Eric already start grilling?
No.
Okay, good. I didn't want to like hold up the party. But the lamb chops cook pretty fast.
Very fast, yeah.
I'm so excited.
Oh my god.
Okay, so let me just put in the little 7s. So this I originally was going to rechart this, but this is number 36, which is P, the letter P, which is 3706 DMC. I was originally going to trade this out for a different color, but I last minute decided against it because I think it actually looks good.
No, I'm glad you didn't.
Yeah. But I do like the recharting of the letter K, which is this like darker pink color. I like the fairy dust in the lips. I really do like it.
Yeah.
Okay, where's 36 go? It goes over there. Okay, so the last thing I have to do is the 7s, and I said that I was going to do the 7s in this AB, which is this is a DMC match for that 7. It's just this is an AB, whereas the original was it was not a special drill color. Not sparkly, but I feel like it looks like a little wet lip, you know? Because it's only in this bottom part, and then it was in those 2 little top dots. So that looks good. Cool.
Cool.
The other thing I have to do is the glasses, but I can come back to do those after you guys go home, if you want. Or after dinner. We could do it after dinner too.
No.
Never mind. I'll do it when you leave. I'll do it when you leave. That's fine. I'm not going to be editing this till tomorrow anyway. Okay, so those are the lips. What are we thinking? Hold on, let me pull you guys out of your thing here.
I think they look good.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Here, I have to stand up so you can really see. Sorry for shaky cam. Let me back you up. Wow.
Oh, that looks really good when you back it up.
See, sometimes you do get too close to the project and you're just like, I don't know how I
Especially
feel.
with diamond art, because you're like, it's like every pixel is a color. You know?
I don't know.
I think it's perfect.
Well, let me know in the comments, y'all. I feel like I'm locking it in. Let me know what you think. I think that this purple was a great choice to change out for that.
It lightens it up, which is
well,
nice.
and again, like, I just can't say enough. This feels out of place with this lip. I just don't know that I mean, maybe someone else has a different opinion, but I don't think I would love this with these pinks. I think that looks really good. And I think that the cute little AB in the Cupid's bow and then the bottom of the lip highlight with the two or 3 little white ABs. I think that looks really good. And so, Mom, you might not see this later because I'll do this after you guys go home tonight, but I'm going to potentially do this as her glasses.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
I would do that for sure. Why not? It's only going to make
Should I put a couple down? Are we in a rush?
Yes.
Okay. We got to go.
She's addicted.
Listen.
Is there a question?
Wait, do you want to say hi? It's the ears. Okay. Yeah, we'll do question of the day really quick, and then
The boys together alone, and they
What's
don't speak.
Okay, there's nothing wrong with that. Let me pause and refigure you so we can do question of the day. Okay, we're about to do question of the day. I know this is out of order. Normally I do this last in the video, but I did promise you guys I would show you the glasses. So later tonight, after Mom and Dave go home, I will come back and just do the metallic in the glasses so you guys can see what that looks like. So let me just push this down so no cat hairs get in it. Listen, it's an honest concern. Okay, so I have everything together that I need to. Question of the day. So on our channel, we do a question of the day during Whip and Chats. This is a book of 2,000 questions, which you are all familiar with.
And we're going to read all of them right now.
Yes. No. Pick a number 1 through 2,000.
333.
333?
Ah!
Must you?
I mean.
Okay, 333. Let me know in the comments. I know you're going to say yes, but do we need to see Mom in another video? I know you're going to say yes. They pretty much want Eric all the time now.
I want Eric all
Eric's
the time.
famous. 333. Oh, do you have any family heirlooms?
I mean, that's funny. Isn't that funny? That's so weird that would be the question. I have all the family heirlooms.
That's the question. Hold on, let me highlight it, because if I don't, I will never remember.
We'll ask it.
I will ask it again. That's what I do. We ask a question, I highlight it, and then we just come up with a random number. So, Mother, do you have any?
Is yes, because I'm an only child who gave birth to an only child. So when my mom passed,
Mm-hmm.
I got it all. So we have it all.
Do you have like a particular family heirloom that like?
I mean, my favorite things are like my mom's like vases and
The blue-white pottery
yeah,
stuff.
like my like the pictures. I have my grandma's. This is interesting, actually. I never told you this story, actually.
Go on.
Okay, you know, in our bedroom, okay, we have my grandmother, my mother's mother, made collages, and you know the collages on either side of our bed.
Yes.
Okay, so I've had these collages.
They're like travel collages, right?
So listen to this. I've had these collages since my grandmother died. She died when Ashley was like
17. Oh wait.
no,
Oh,
Mimi.
I'm sorry. I thought you were
like
talking
3,
Mary Lou.
like 3 or 4.
Yeah,
like,
I remember it, but like only
like before David. So it had to be
briefly.
3 or 2 because
Yeah.
it was before David.
It was
Before.
3 because I do remember it happening, but like not like memory. Like
Yeah.
I just know I was around when
It was like
happened.
right before David or something. So anyway, so I've had them for a million years, right? And they're every house, they've been wherever. I'm sitting there looking at them the other day. The one on the right is Barcelona, Paris, Florence.
That's amazing.
Okay, the one on the left, Alaska.
Wow, really?
Yes.
That's funny.
Cruising, Mexico.
All the places we are going and have been.
It was like if they've been in my family, in my life forever, and I just never really studied them.
Look how beautiful.
I love that.
Oh,
Oh my lord.
It's
So yeah. So no, my favorite stuff is like not necessarily like the jewels.
yeah. I
But
think
we have the jewels.
I think heirloom could mean whatever you want it to mean. Like, you know what mine is. It's a paperweight.
I know that was from my mother.
I have a very fancy family heirloom. I don't even know where she would have gotten it, but my grandmother had this
like
like
Italy or something.
that sounds so like
Or
made
somewhere.
up. It was probably like
TJ Maxx.
TJ Maxx.
No.
Yes. Okay, so it's a paperweight, but it's really pretty. I think
It's in your bedroom.
I think it's in my bedroom. Yeah, it is. Do you want to grab it? It's on my bedside table, I think.
The men are gonna kill us.
What are they doing? Nothing. They're fine.
That's why.
Tell them to start doing something, and then we can stay for longer. Anyway, my grandmother had this. It's a paperweight, but it was like on her dresser drawers my whole life. Like growing up, I remember going into her room and seeing this beautiful, ornate blue crystal, like octagonal shaped paperweight with like these pretty white flowers on all of the edges.
No, this is from somewhere. This is.
Okay.
Don't ask me where though.
This is it. Isn't it so pretty? And this side is empty because that's where you put it down. But like, yeah, it's literally just like a very fancy paperweight. It's really pretty. Here, I'll put it while we chat. But yeah, it's a paperweight, and I saw it in my grandmother's room always. And I remember being like 6 years old and being like, I want that when she dies. Isn't that messed up? It felt like a treasure. It felt like a piece of treasure to me.
It is a piece of treasure.
I don't even know that I identified it as a paperweight until I was like a teenager.
But my mother collected all those. Like, I have all the rest of her glass paperweights.
Yeah.
The Murano glass one.
If this was from somewhere, though, wouldn't it say that?
Well, there's no room on there.
Well, normally like a little something.
Oh, on the bottom. Maybe.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? Photoshop, image Google it.
I mean,
image Google it.
okay, maybe later.
Look, if you're going to do glasses, woman, if you can image Google.
Isn't it so pretty? And it has like these like, it looks like someone took a stencil and then like washed
Like
it with like
etched
some
it.
pink. No, it's not etched. It's raised. See how it's like raised? It's like a paint of. I don't want to chip it, but
Okay, you're in trouble.
I'm not chipping it. It's there. But yeah, that's my family heirloom. Also, my mom's never gonna die, but one day when she does die, I have to figure out. My darling mother, mixes her costume jewelry with her real jewelry, and I told her I am not the one to. I don't understand.
I've been separating it.
I appreciate that, but I'm just saying.
Right, like she would know. Like it could be
I
like,
would have no idea.
It could be like my one gold necklace that's like real that like and then they could be next to like, you know, Forever 21, and she would know which one was.
I really wouldn't. It's not my fault. I just don't.
No, because you have your jewelry and it's real.
My jewelry is real, but I wear the same jewelry.
You're right. You have one pair of ears. Like I have 4,000 pairs of everything. It's Easter. We gotta go.
Okay, we gotta go. I just wanted to put this one row down so you could see its beauty.
She started the glasses.
The
Easter Bunny's gonna leave.
No, the Easter Bunny's not gonna leave. Just look. Look at it.
I knew it was gonna be good.
Do you think it should be this all around, or do you think I should care about how the colors change? I don't have another metallic that's like a different color. Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't think that would look good with like. Do you know what I'm saying?
No, just replace the color with the color.
Like all of it.
Yeah.
Okay. Mother has spoken. They can't see your face.
They're lucky.
Shut up. Okay, so let us know in the comments, do you have any family heirlooms? Whether you have them in your possession now or you know you're going to get something when someone passes away. I'm trying to think. Other than that, I don't know that I have anything. Where are you going?
I don't know.
Come back.
Am I in it?
Well, yeah, we have to sign off. We have to say goodbye. We have to tell them to comment and subscribe.
I thought you were doing other stuff after. I thought this was like a...
It is, but I want you to be part of this part. Well, what I'll probably do is, because I'm pretty committed to the metallics, is I'll just show you. I'll do a pan over at the very end with everything finished so you can see the full look, because it looks really good with the metallic, and I agree to just commit to it. So this really is the send-off, but you are still going to see footage of the final come together. Anyway.
And our Easter.
And Easter. I did tell them.
At the very end.
This is the very end.
You would never know I had my own channel. I don't use it, though.
You'd never know. Okay, so what was I just saying? Oh, heirlooms. Do I have anything else?
Well, I mean, everything is
No,
yours.
I know that. But I mean, like, I don't think there's, like...
I have stuff
This
your
was a necklace that was passed down.
Oh, well, we have... Okay, so... Story for not today.
Another day, perhaps.
The birth mother.
The birth mother.
I'm adopted. We met my birth mother last year.
We did.
It's a thing.
Maybe that'll be a Mother's Day. The Mother's Day Whip chat.
Yeah, no thanks.
Okay, fine.
Anyway, but she gave me, when we met, her diamond wedding ring from her...
Ring, yes.
Ring from her first husband.
Her first husband.
That's what she gave to me. I just
anyway, okay.
And then
we're getting very distracted. You're either going to have to tell...
And a vase.
And a bunch of, like, Avon perfumes that almost choked and killed my mother when she opened the box.
Oh, my God. That's on TikTok.
Maybe I should link that video. Wait, no, but you didn't die in the TikTok, did you?
No, what happened was I broke it up into parts, and when I got to the second part, people weren't like they didn't understand me, and they weren't like sympathizing with me. Not that I was looking for pity, but it was more like they were like, "You need to be nice." Like I was getting like
happy that.
Yeah, so I was like, "All right, I certainly can't show me like." Throwing up Avon after I wasn't being sensitive enough.
She opened up the box and it was like those old little mini Avon perfume bottles that you collect, but like they were such old perfumes.
But they were full.
They were full, unused, but they were old, and so she went to go smell one and her entire throat shut.
I've actually seen that happen in Bath and Body Works.
Yeah, one time I took her into Bath and Body Works and her whole throat shut, and I thought I was gonna have to like pull her out.
It was at Christmas and there was like 400 people in line.
1 million people in line, and we had waited we had waited for like an hour to get to the front of the line to check out.
We paid though, and I ran. Remember, I ran through the store.
Yes, you ran out because you were gonna die.
I threw up, and then I was like.
Anyways. Family heirlooms. Let us know. What did you pick? 333?
333.
333. 3 is our magic family number. That's why she picked it. I already know.
You do?
I do. So do you have any family heirlooms? Let us know in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching this extremely chaotic Whip and Chat.
I'm sure it was great till I showed up.
No, you made it better. Special guest, Mommy. We're gonna go have Easter, but like I said, stick around if you want to see footage of what this looks like finished now that I've made some decisions with the help of my mother, and some fun Easter stuff. So anyways, thank you so much. Have a great rest of your day. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and we will catch you in the next one. Bye!
Oh, here you are, face to face in this trashy bar. Another glass and I am going places. Makes me laugh about the irony of everything. I like the way you're thinking. I don't really care about the music on the dance floor. I don't really mind all the smokers in the bathroom. I don't care at all, baby, you got my attention. So you were saying, oh no, I don't see the logic of things. It's quite a lonely world that we're living in. Oh baby, you are something special, I'm sure. Everything makes total sense when you're next to me. Times another drink and I'll go anywhere. The way you smile, like a flash in the universe. You are illuminating. I don't really care about the people in the bar line. I don't really mind all the who goes doing stage dives. I don't care at all, baby, you got my attention. So you were saying, I don't see the logic of things. It's quite a lonely world that we're living in. Oh baby, you are something special, I'm sure. Everything makes total sense when you're next to me. Told you I could never let you go. I'm not so sure you believe me, but if I mean to show you, I will never let you go. No, 'cause you don't see the logic of things. It's quite a lonely world that we're living in. Oh baby, you are something special, I'm sure. Everything makes total sense when you're next to me.